Hey there, how are you guys today? Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Younique's compensation plan, and I'm going to get into more of the levels that are like green and above. We can talk about the white through blue a little later, but I feel that this is kind of an important one, and I'm trying to do it in a way that you guys are going to understand the best. And the way that Derek did this on a whiteboard was just it was kind of one of those, oh my gosh, that's so cool, I've got to do that. I've got to show you guys how this works. So I'm going to try with a whiteboard. And one of the things I want you to grab are these charts. It's going to help you. Put a pause on it. This is the status requirements and the royalties charts. So once you get those, turn me back on and come back and we'll go over this. All right, so I'm going to assume that you have these. I'm going to put this here. All right, so we're going to talk about Jen here. I'm up at the top. This is me, and I've got a rocking team, right? I'm loving life. Nobody has hit green yet. I've hit pink and blue, and I'm so excited. And I'm hoping I'm going to hit green this month. So what are the requirements to hit green? With green, I have to have 500 in personal sales. Okay, so that's up from pink and blue. That was 250. So 500 in personal sales. I have to have 10,000 in company wholesale sales. So I'm going to do this line here. This is my company. Right? Everybody in my downline is in my company. So I've got to have 10,000 there. I've got to have 3 qualified first level presenters. So qualified first level presenters, I'm going to do qualified first level presenters, are these people here. And they're the ones that I've personally sponsored. All right, so that's a first level presenter, personally sponsored. Now to be qualified, they have to have $125 in sales for the month. Okay, so to be qualified first level presenters, they have to be here and they have to sell $125 in personal sales. One of the things you can't do in Younique is place orders under other presenters that would help you or help them rank up. Well, help you rank up. So if somebody in your first level doesn't have $125 in sales, you can't place an order with them to help you rank up. All right, so the next requirement is to have 2,000 in circle wholesale sales. So right now, nobody has broken out of my company. So everybody in my company is in my circle. Okay, so right now, this is company and this is circle. All right, wholesale sales. Oh, sales. Okay, this one gets everybody. It's 75% of your actual sales. So if it says you need 10,000 in circle wholesale sales, you need more than 10,000 in sales for your team. Okay, and that's just because the 75% is taking out other commissions that need to be paid. So that's what that is. So I have these 3 first level presenters. They're qualified for the month. They have $125 in sales. My company wholesale sales are $10,000. So I hit green. Woohoo! So excited, right? Hit green. At that point, when you hit green, instead of earning 25% on your own sales, you earn 30%. And at this point, you go from earning 4% on your circle royalties to earning 5% on your circle royalties. So really, really excited at this point. Everybody who's in your company is still in your circle, so you're earning 5% on everybody in here. Woo! Happy dance, right? Okay, so let's say you have a rock star on your team. Let's say Team C is really totally rocking it. And when you hit sorry, when you hit green that month, most of your company wholesale sales, you know, this $10,000 came from this team. All right, but you hit green, awesome sauce, you're rocking it. Okay, so the next month, remember, every month you start over. Everybody starts over. Once you hit yellow, you start over at yellow. Okay, so the next month, you start over. Okay? And so what happens the next month? She is really rocking it, right? She hits green. And you're like, oh my gosh, how exciting. She's hit green. Woo! All right, but remember, she was most of your company sales. Right? So she breaks out, literally breaks out. She's still part of your company. That company never changes. But now your circle is over here. It's everybody but her. So if you remember right, to hit green, you have to have 2,000 in your circle. Right? She's broke off. She's hit green. Her sales still count in your company. You know, so let's say now you've got 15,000 in your company. But your circle, let's say, is only 1,500. Uh-oh. Are you green anymore? Uh-uh. You just drop back down to blue. All right, so at that point, you are earning, you know, so before you earned 5% on over 10,000. Now you're earning 5% on 1,500. Sad face, right? That's a big price difference, or big royalties difference. So what happens at that point, is you're back to blue. Actually, you're earning 4%, right? You had bumped up to 5%. Now you're earning 4% again. So, your goal is to get back up to green. Start working those ladies, you know, getting more signs, sponsoring more people. We're going to wait for this a little bit. Sorry. Oh, clocks. All right, we'll try and work through it. So anyway, so you're trying, all of a sudden now you're blue, not so happy. You got a girl on your team, which is green, which is awesome. But you need to work up the rest of your circle to get that 2,000. So let's say that the next month comes along, right? And you've sponsored more ladies. You're really rocking the rest of the team that you have. You know, we'll just put a couple more here. I'm going to take this off, right? All right. So next month comes along. Let's say this person here hits green. Okay, we're going to call them like X. All right. So what happens here? Well, here we go again. X and her team, you know, I'm not showing the whole team. X and her team break out of your circle. Okay? But what you've got going here is you've got 2 first generation elites. 1 first generation, 2 first generation. There's a difference between first generation and first level. First level are those that you have sponsored. First generation are the first ones in any of your downline legs that hit green. So you've got 2 first generation elites. Let's say you are just totally rocking it. You know, last month you were blue, you were sad. Now you're just really totally rocking it, and you were able to hit green again. Now let's say you're able. Let's say what happens here now is that you actually hit orange. You go from blue to orange, right? You just, the rest of your, you know, your company wholesale sales is above 20,000. You've got the 3 qualified first level presenters, and the rest of your circle really stepped up, and you have to have 4,000 for orange. All right, so this has to be 20,000 for orange. Right, 4,000 for your circle, and you totally rocked it. The other requirement to hit orange is a first generation elite. You've actually got 2 first generation elites. Yay! So you are orange. so what does that mean? So as far as payout, you still get 30% on your own. We're rocking it. We're getting the smiley face back on here. So you get 30% on your own sales again. You earn 5% on your circle. So we're back up to 5%, just like green. What you then earn too is 3% on your first generation. And if you notice, green also earns 3% on their first generation. So I missed that kind of the last time. So, you know, you're doing pretty good. So let's go next month, right? Next month comes along, and let's say this person hits green. So now what happens? You've got a first generation elite and you've got a second generation. Okay, so this second generation breaks out, right? Well, they're already broken out. Actually, the second generation breaks out of her company. Breaks out of her circle. Sorry. So she's already broken out of yours because she's a part of hers. But now she breaks out of hers. But now you've got a first generation and a second generation. And at orange then, you start earning 4% on your second generations. So that's the difference between green and orange, is that if you have enough requirements to hit green, but not orange, and you have two generations in one leg, at green you would not be paid on her, only on orange. All right, does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope this is helping. And so purple and black, again, are very, very similar. It has to do with, you know, how many first generation elites you have, your sales and all that. The thing that's powerful is, yeah, so the thing that's powerful is that at black, you know, and let's say she's green too. You know, maybe at this point she's orange or purple. At black is when I would start getting paid 5% on that level. So that's 5%. This is 4%, right? And this is 3%, right? So at black is when you finally get paid on that third generation. Makes sense? So the generations every month can bounce around. You know, like I said, one of the months here, she had gone from green, so she would have been a first generation elite in her upline. She turned blue because she turned green. At that point, this green is her upline's first generation. So it can bounce around based on how girls are doing, how they're performing, you know, how the rest of their team is performing. So it can totally bounce around based on what's going on. So there's a difference between first level, which are those that you personally sponsored. We're going to talk about it again. And first generation. And first generation can change every single month. When Younique does royalties, they do it from the newest presenters signed up and then up, because she has to hit green for them to determine if she is blue or green or orange or purple or black. And then the same with this one. All of these underneath have to be calculated before they can determine what level she is. So pink and blue can be determined right away because they know who's broken out of their circle. So that's easy to determine. But once you get to green, it has to be a month-end determination. And that can actually change throughout the month. So if, you know, one month she was really close to, she just barely hit green, but guess what? She also hit green. Even though throughout, you know, let's say a good portion of the month, she showed up as green in her back office, she could actually be paid out as blue So just because it looks like you hit that status mid-month doesn't mean you're gonna keep it. So I hope this helps a little bit. If not, I'll try and remake it, and we'll see where we can go with it again. So I hope you guys have a great day. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.